Hi and welcome. Our name's Alicia, and today we have a hair day, and believe me, it will surprise you. You've been washing your hair completely wrong for years, and it's been silently destroying your scalp this entire time. Over 80% of people are making critical mistakes that lead to premature hair thinning, and you're probably one of them. Today, I'm exposing 9 devastating mistakes that are suffocating your hair follicles, and the simple solutions that will transform your hair within weeks. Please listen. I need to tell you something that's going to make you uncomfortable. But someone has to say it because the hair care industry certainly won't. You've been washing your hair completely wrong for years, and it's been silently destroying your scalp this entire time. I know you think you know how to wash hair because you've been doing it since childhood. But here's the brutal truth. Childhood habits are exactly what's ruining your hair right now as an adult. Research shows that over 80% of people are making critical washing mistakes that lead to premature hair thinning, and you're probably one of them. Now, before you click away thinking this doesn't apply to you, ask yourself this. Do you experience any buildup on your scalp? Does your hair get oily faster than it should? Do you have unexplained breakage or thinness in certain areas? If you answered yes to even one of these questions, then congratulations. You've been sabotaging your own hair growth, and I'm about to expose exactly how. The worst part is that many of these devastating mistakes are actually being recommended by so-called hair care influencers who have no idea what they're talking about. They're leading millions of people down a path of hair damage and calling it self-care. Today, I'm going to reveal all 9 mistakes that are slowly suffocating your hair follicles. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why your hair has never reached its full potential until now. This information is going to completely change how you think about hair washing forever. And if you actually apply what you learn here, your hair will transform within weeks. Stick with me because mistake number 7 is so common and so destructive that it's probably the main reason your hair looks dull and lifeless right now. Let's start with the first mistake that absolutely infuriates me because it's everywhere on social media right now. Lathering your shampoo in your hands before applying it. You've seen this, haven't you? Influencers standing in their pristine bathrooms telling you to rub that shampoo between your palms until it's all foamy and bubbly before touching your hair. Well, here's what they're not telling you. That's one of the worst things you can possibly do. Think about this logically for just 1 second. When you create all that foam and lather, what happens? It expands and puffs up into a cloud of bubbles that sits on top of your hair like a useless foam hat. Those bubbles get trapped in your strands and never make it down to where the actual problem is, your scalp. Your scalp is producing all the oil. It's where dead skin cells accumulate. It's where bacteria breeds and thrives. If your shampoo can't reach your scalp because you turned it into a bubble party in your hands, then you're essentially just rinsing your hair with expensive foam while your scalp remains dirty and clogged. This leads to a cascade of problems: clogged hair follicles that can't breathe, oil buildup that feeds bacteria, inflammation that weakens your roots, and eventually hair thinning that seems to come out of nowhere. The solution is shockingly simple. Apply shampoo in its liquid form directly to different zones of your scalp and then let it expand from the roots outward as you massage. This way, the shampoo does its actual job instead of creating a foam show that accomplishes nothing. Mistake number 2 is equally maddening: dumping shampoo randomly on your head in big globs. I see this constantly, and it makes me want to scream because you're essentially guaranteeing that some parts of your scalp get too much shampoo, which strips and dries them out, while other parts get barely any shampoo and remain dirty and oily. Your scalp isn't one uniform surface. Different zones produce different amounts of oil and need different amounts of attention. The back of your head is an oil factory. It produces more sebum than anywhere else and needs the most shampoo. The crown of your head comes next, and the sides need the least. But what are you doing? You're just slapping shampoo wherever it lands and hoping for the best. This uneven application is why you have oily roots in some spots and dry patches in others. It's why your hair looks greasy by day 2, even though you just washed it. Stop treating your scalp like it's all the same, and start using a strategic zone application method, or continue wondering why your hair never looks balanced. Now we're getting to mistake number 3, and this one is absolutely everywhere right now thanks to the natural hair movement. Pre-wash hair oiling. People are coating their hair in coconut oil or olive oil or whatever trendy oil they found on Instagram, right before they wash it, thinking they're moisturizing their hair and preventing damage. Let me be very clear about this. You are accomplishing absolutely nothing except wasting your time and your oil. Think about how insane this sounds when you step back and look at it logically. You're taking hair that's already dirty and oily from days of buildup, and you're adding even more oil to it. And then expecting your shampoo to somehow cut through all of that extra oil you just added, while still being gentle enough not to strip your hair. It's literally impossible. One of two terrible outcomes will happen. Either you use extra shampoo to remove all that unnecessary oil you just dumped on, which leaves your hair even drier than before. Or you don't use enough shampoo, and now you have a disgusting mixture of old oil, new oil, dirt, and bacteria still clinging to your scalp and hair shaft. Your hair is not a gas tank that you can fill up once and expect it to run all week. Hair can only absorb a very limited amount of oil at any given time. Anything beyond that just sits on the surface, collecting dust and looking greasy. The real solution that actually works is to wash your hair until it's completely clean, and then apply a small amount of oil to damp hair when the cuticle is open and ready to absorb it. Then apply small amounts of oil daily as needed. This drip-feed approach is what actually moisturizes hair instead of the dump and pray method everyone's using now. Mistake number 4 makes me genuinely angry because it's so wasteful and ineffective. Washing with your palms in that circular motion on top of your hair. I want you to picture this scene. Someone standing in the shower moving their palms in circles over the top layer of their hair, thinking they're washing it. Meanwhile, all the oil and buildup and dead skin cells are sitting comfortably beneath the surface of their scalp, completely untouched and probably laughing at this pathetic attempt to clean them. Your palms sliding over your hair accomplish nothing. Zero. You need to physically break up and lift that layer of oil and grime that's been building up for days, and you can't do that by rubbing the surface. You need your fingertips getting down to your actual scalp and massaging with enough pressure to emulsify that oil layer. Think of it like scrubbing a pan. You wouldn't just wave your hand over a greasy pan and call it clean, would you? Yet that's exactly what you're doing to your scalp right now. Use your fingertips with firm pressure to really massage and break up that buildup, or accept that your scalp will remain a breeding ground for bacteria and inflammation. Here's mistake number 5, and I guarantee you're making this one because almost everyone does. Washing your hair only once per shower session. You wet your hair, apply shampoo, scrub for 30 seconds, rinse it out, and think you're done. But here's what actually happened. That first wash barely touched the surface of the oil and buildup on your scalp. It maybe removed 30 or 40% at best, and you just rinsed away all that shampoo before it could finish the job. Imagine getting olive oil on your hands and trying to wash it off. Does one quick wash with soap get rid of that slippery feeling? Absolutely not. You need a second wash to actually cut through the oil and leave your hands feeling clean. Now multiply that difficulty by 1,000, because instead of olive oil on smooth skin, you have sebum trapped between hundreds of thousands of hair strands, creating a complex oil maze on your scalp. So one wash doesn't stand a chance against that. The research is crystal clear on this. A single wash leaves significant residue that leads to faster oil production and shorter time between washes. But when you do 2 washes properly, the first one breaks down the surface oil, and the second one actually cleans your scalp completely. This allows you to go 4, 5, even 6 days between washes depending on your hair type. You'll actually use less shampoo over time because you're washing less frequently. But you refuse to do this because you think it takes too much time or uses too much product. And meanwhile, you're washing your hair every other day because it gets greasy so fast. You're actually wasting more time and more product by being stubborn about this. Mistake number 6 is a preparation error that ruins everything that comes after it: not removing excess water before conditioning. You finish rinsing out your shampoo and your hair is completely saturated with water like a soaking wet sponge. And then you squeeze conditioner onto that waterlogged hair and wonder why your conditioner never seems to work. Let me explain what's happening. That water is taking up all the space on your hair shaft. When you add conditioner to completely wet hair, the conditioner just slides off, mixing with the water and rinsing away before it can penetrate. Conditioner needs contact with your actual hair to work. If there's a thick layer of water in the way, the conditioner can't reach the hair strand to deposit moisture and seal the cuticle. But here's what you absolutely can't do. You can not scrunch or twist or ball up your hair to squeeze the water out because that creates tangles and damage. The only correct method is to gently squeeze sections of your hair from root to tip, allowing water to drip out while keeping your hair as straight as possible. This takes an extra 30 seconds, but it's the difference between conditioner that actually works and conditioner that washes down the drain, accomplishing nothing while you blame the product for being ineffective. Now we arrive at mistake number 7, and this one is probably destroying your hair quality more than any other mistake on this list: starving your hair of conditioner. You're using such a pathetically small amount of conditioner that your hair is literally malnourished, and you don't even realize it because you've never experienced what properly conditioned hair actually feels like. You've been living in hair poverty your entire life thinking that's just how hair is supposed to be. Here's how this happens. When you were growing up, you probably used cheap conditioner. That would weigh hair down if you used too much, so you learned to be stingy with it. You'd squeeze out a tiny amount, try to spread it around, and call it good enough. But that survival strategy from childhood is now destroying your adult hair. Research shows that inadequately conditioned hair experiences significantly more breakage, more frizz, more split ends, and more color fading because the cuticle remains rough and unprotected. The amount of conditioner you need is probably 3 or 4 times what you're currently using. And I can already hear you protesting that it will make your hair heavy or greasy. But that only happens if you're using the wrong conditioner for your hair type, or if you're applying it to your roots, which leads us directly into the next problem. When you use the right conditioner and apply enough of it to your mid-lengths and ends, your hair should feel slippery and coated. If you run your fingers through and hit any dry patches that don't have that slippery feeling, you need more conditioner on those areas. Stop starving your hair and then buying 10 different products to fix problems that wouldn't exist if you just conditioned properly in the first place. Mistake number 8 is the location error that makes people think they can't use enough conditioner: applying conditioner above your ears. This is a disaster waiting to happen, and it's probably why you've been scared to use more conditioner. When you put conditioner near your roots, it mixes with the natural sebum your scalp produces and creates a heavy, greasy, flat mess that makes your hair look dirty within hours. Then you blame the conditioner and decide you need to use less of it, completely missing the actual problem, which is where you put it. Your scalp doesn't need conditioner, it produces its own natural oils. Your roots don't need conditioner. They're close enough to the scalp to get some of those natural oils. What desperately needs conditioner is your mid-lengths, and especially your ends, which are the oldest and most damaged parts of your hair. These sections are far from your scalp and get no natural oil protection whatsoever. They're out there suffering while you're wasting conditioner on your roots that don't need it. Keep all conditioner below your ears, focusing on mid-lengths and ends, and suddenly you'll discover you can use much more conditioner without any greasy, heavy feeling because you're putting it where it actually belongs. We've reached the 9th and final mistake that's sabotaging all your hard work in the shower: destroying wet hair with rough cotton towels. You just spent all this time washing and conditioning properly, and then you step out of the shower and immediately attack your delicate wet hair with a rough cotton towel, rubbing it back and forth like you're trying to start a fire. Wet hair is in its most vulnerable state. The cuticle is swollen and raised. The hair shaft is stretched and weakened, and it's about 3 times more susceptible to damage than dry hair. Cotton towels have rough fibers that catch on raised cuticles like Velcro, causing the cuticle to lift even more and creating permanent damage. And that rubbing motion you're doing creates friction that roughs up the cuticle surface, leading to frizz, breakage, and split ends. Research shows that mechanical damage from rough towel drying contributes significantly to overall hair damage, especially for people with longer hair who do this every few days for years. You're literally sanding down your hair cuticle with that cotton towel and wondering why your hair feels rough and looks dull. The rubbing motion also creates tangles because you're mashing wet hair together in random directions. Those tangles then require aggressive brushing to remove, which causes even more breakage. It's a cascade of damage that starts the moment you reach for that cotton bathroom towel. Here's what you need to do instead. Invest in a microfiber towel specifically designed for hair. These have smooth fibers that absorb water without catching on your hair cuticle. But the towel itself is only half the solution. Your technique matters just as much. Instead of rubbing, you need to press the microfiber towel against sections of your hair and squeeze gently. Let the towel absorb the water through compression rather than friction. Work in sections from roots to ends and keep your hair as straight as possible during this process. This pressing method removes just as much water as rubbing, but without any of the damage. It takes an extra minute or two, but it's the difference between hair that gets healthier with each wash and hair that gets progressively more damaged until you're convinced you just have bad hair genetics. The brutal reality is that you can do everything right in the shower, but if you destroy your hair with rough towel drying immediately afterward, you've wasted all that effort. This final step is where most people snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, and it's completely unnecessary. So there you have it. 9 hair washing mistakes that have been secretly destroying your hair for years, and you probably didn't even know you were making most of them. The good news is that now you have the knowledge to completely transform your hair, starting with your very next wash. Imagine going from hair that gets greasy and lifeless by day to hair that stays fresh and healthy for 4 or 5 or even 6 days. Imagine actually seeing your hair get thicker and healthier with each passing month instead of slowly getting thinner and more damaged. This is completely achievable once you stop making these 9 critical mistakes. Your hair has been trying to be healthy this whole time, but you've been accidentally sabotaging it at every turn. Now you know better, so you can do better. Implement these corrections one by one if you need to, but start implementing them today, not next week or next month. Because every wash you do the old way is another missed opportunity for healthier hair. If you found this information valuable and you want to see your hair actually transform, then show this video some love by hitting that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because I'm exposing more hair care lies and myths every single week, and you need to see what else you've been getting wrong. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 9 mistakes shocked you the most. I read every single comment, and I love hearing about your experiences. Remember that your hair health is in your hands, literally, and you now have the power to stop the damage and start the healing. Your future self will thank you for taking action today instead of continuing down the path of hair destruction. Now go fix your hair washing routine and watch what happens. Thank you for watching my video, and if you like it, please like and subscribe. Comments are welcome.